March 13th, 2026. The Ides are just around the corner. A breeze off of Elliott Bay caresses Seattle sweetly, and the city shivers with anticipation. Reggie, you've taken shelter for the night under the Aurora Bridge in the stony gaze of the Fremont Troll. How's Reggie feeling tonight?
Reggie's feeling all right now. Someone slipped him $20 earlier that day, so they were able to get a burger and some fries, and then a little something extra. They actually got themselves a milkshake as well to go with it.
Oh, the rare full meal for Reggie Hale. It's late at night, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You're trying to find a comfortable spot to rest your head on your backpack when you hear voices carrying down the sidewalks on either side. Yeah, no. Down here. There's always someone down here. I can smell it. You see, coming around, illuminated by street lamps and car headlights off the street, are three figures. In the lead, a man in his late 20s with a strong, square jaw, the sides of his head shaved, geometric tattoos on the side of his neck, flanked by two cronies, utterly indistinguishable from each other. They look around in the dark. Is Reggie trying to hide? Would Reggie move, ask them for money?
Reggie wouldn't necessarily hide, but Reggie would definitely not stay in the same position. They might try and move a little bit further back, try and just, be out of eyesight a little bit, but they're not necessarily scrambling under a bush right now. They're just, trying to avoid people right now.
Mm-hmm. So you see the three figures look around. One of them says, here, somewhere here. I swear to God, I can smell it. And the man with the tattoos stops and just scans the area like a security camera, and through the brush and the shadow, his eyes land directly on you. And he smiles, thin and cold, says, over there. Hey, kid.
Shit.
Come here.
Reggie stands up, gives him a little move, and she's like, hey guys, I think I'll just get going.
No. Come on. What are you doing sleeping under a bridge? You don't got somewhere to go?
No, man, I don't got anywhere to go. Well, I mean, other places.
You high right now?
Shit.
You want to be?
I wish, right? What?
You want to be. I got the good stuff.
I don't got any money, man. I don't want any trouble.
No. It's this thing we like to do, give back to the city. Come with us. And before you can offer any resistance, his eyes flash. The veins on his neck bulge. And you feel you are compelled to follow his order. He wraps one arm around your shoulders and squeezes you just a little too tight as he leads you back up the stairs to their waiting car. Throws you in the back seat. One of the other two cronies takes the wheel. They start just joking around, kind of messing with you like you're one of their friends, kind of shoving with their elbows. Come on, kid, loosen up. It's gonna be a good night for you.
Yeah, it's always gonna be a good night.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What's your name, kid?
I'm Reggie.
Reggie? Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
My name's Jack.
What?
You're my little pony today, all right, Reggie?
It means I get high. Sure.
Here. Goes digging around in one of his pockets. The other one on your other side keeps kind of shoving you and punching your leg as a joke, but it hurts. This guy is way stronger than he looks. And Jack reaches in to his pocket and pulls out this little baggie of these little blue capsules. He's like, what kind of stuff you like, pony?
Hey man, whatever you want, whatever you got in that bag, sure is good enough. It's good for you guys.
He grabs your wrist, turns your hand over so that you yelp, and then he stuffs a finger in your mouth and says, hold it open. And reaches in, pulls out one of the blue capsules and places it on your tongue. The instant it begins to dissolve, the lights outside the window start to melt like ice cream on a hot midsummer night. All shapes and sounds colliding as they're felt, And lifting thee in pseudomorphic flight, the hairs aback thy neck do rigid rise, thy desiccated tongue no words can form, thy haggard husk is freed its fleshy guise, and to the temple granite swiftly borne.
What harsh and jagged music bleeds mine ears, the beat that burrows, breaking blackened bone.
His smiling eyes extract thy nameless fears.
The Lord of Granite sits a granite throne. As supple hands encircle joint and wrist, unholy strength suffuses pampered palms.
The architect of torment laughs, watch this, and snaps thine arm in half with manic calm.
Ah!
Above the dance floor, granite takes its due.
Kaleidoscopic vultures howling still, but battered, bruised, and bleary will not do.
The horror cannot end till blood is spilled.
No plea for help my barest breath can bear.
Yet these will be the merest of thy pains.
The mob descends with hungry beaks to spare.
And bitter steel to muzzle fledgling fangs.
The blood is drained. A deathly peace takes hold.
Till buzzing vitae shatters thy reprieve. A single drop returns thee to the cold, and nightmares beyond all thou couldst perceive.
The music wails, a song to slay the swan. The temple granite cracks and splits apart. The moon, she begs for mercy from the dawn.
Thou canst escape the beating of thy heart.
The screaming raptors gather round to gawk.
Thy newborn beast is raging to attack.
The Lord of Granite cackles with his flock.
All sounds and shapes colliding with the crack of bone as your useless arm snaps back into place, as easily as one of the glow sticks bobbing on the dance floor, the newly awakened blood, rousing itself to mend your wounds. A red haze fills your vision as the beast screams to be free, to destroy, to feed. But it is caged. The cold metal muzzle muffles your gnashing fangs. You are flopped over on a table in a private booth somewhere above the dance floor in granite. Jack and his gang keep laughing, their silhouettes waving and distorting in the dim, multicolored lighting. Everything is shifting and moving around you. You're losing your sense of self, your sense of gravity. What do?
Reggie is panicked. With their one good arm, their other now snapped in half, the bone breaking through the skin and dripping onto the floor, showing marrow and gore. With their other hand, they're clawing at the muzzle that has been placed around their mouth, preventing them from satiating their thirst. And they're just thrashing.
You're thrashing, you fall off the table, you hit the floor, you start to shakily pick yourself up, but you can't feel your body. Your arm, you feel the blood bubbling and the bone snapping itself back into place as your vampiric form settles on your body. Jack keeps laughing. No one even seems to care, but as you sort of shakily get back to your feet, he goes, Hey, look at me! Look at me, kid, look at me! And his eyes again flash, and you feel this frigid sense of dread settle on your shoulders. You are gripped by terror. Your heart is beating faster than a rabbit. You have to get out of here.
Yeah, Reggie flees as fast as they can. They don't know where the exit to this club is, so they're just pushing through crowds, trying to get free, unintentionally hurting people, bumps into the wrong person, someone grabs Reggie and punches him across the face, and then drags her out of the club.
You're thrown out into the night on the sidewalk, scrape your elbows, and again immediately the skin starts to bubble as the blood mends your wounds. This gnawing hunger is eating at you. You feel like you're going to throw up, but there is nothing left in you to vomit. You need to get this off. You need to feed.
Reggie, in almost a moment, like the beast is taking over right now. The beast knows it needs to get this muzzle off, and Reggie realizes that it is locked onto him.
Scrabbling with fingers.
Continues to claw at it as they scrape against the harsh metal. Their skin is laid bare and then heals, and then is laid bare and then it heals until the mask is coated in their own blood.
So slippery you can't even grasp it anymore. You go stumbling through the night, seconds from unconsciousness. At any moment you could fall into torpor. You're walking past an alley that you maybe have even slept in before. You hear a voice call out and say, Hey, Reggie, is that you?
Reggie is unable to talk, just muffled, just...
The voice, an older man, late 40s, who you maybe have seen on the streets before, comes up. He's got a little bag over his shoulder. He goes, Reggie, what the fuck? Who did this to you? Reaches in his bag, pulls out a set of bolt cutters. It's like, hold still. Just don't move, okay? Don't move. Digs the metal underneath the muzzle. You feel the pressure as he squeezes the handles. The metal snaps and falls freely off your face. And he starts to say, God, who would do a thing like that?
It's like a tidal wave washing over them as Reggie grabs him and slams him to the ground, bites into his neck. And again, like the scene we saw in the car, just pushing too hard with one hand on their head slowly, until we hear an audible crack. And Reggie kills one of their only friends.
Stand up, soaked in blood, wild-eyed, the beast sated, but still present, looking down at this damaged corpse. As you stare down, this man who only wanted to help you, covered in his blood, you see something twitching under the skin, a bulge in his neck that wriggles up to his mouth as a blood-soaked canary wrests itself free from between his teeth. Trembling in fear, the bird leaps, disoriented, into the air, lodges itself in your gaping mouth, forces itself down your throat.
Oh my God.
I'm literally crying.
Jesus
Oh my God.
Christ. That's rough, buddy. That's
I'm
rough.
literally crying.
There is an auction happening later this evening. Win it. Do not fail me on this.
Crazy fans, am I right?
Good evening, travelers, and welcome to the court of the Jester Princes. I am your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher, and we are playing Vampire the Masquerade V5 Midnight Gravity. Joining me tonight, our handy Hecata, Andrew Frost.
My name is Antonio Stregano, and I'd buy that for $1.
Our turbulent Toreador, Rachel Kordell.
I'm Mars, and tonight's song is "Oh Pretty Woman" by Roy Orbison.
Our lively Lasombra, special guest, Meghan Martin.
Hi, Megan here. I actually have a Seattle fact.
Yes!
Ooh.
Okay, so Seattle residents buy 50% more sunglasses than any other state per capita.
You're goddamn right.
Wow.
Oh, that's so...
Wow.
58%. Damn,
Yeah, that sounds
okay.
accurate.
It's so cloudy all the time.
I think it's for the same reason that I buy so many umbrellas, and it's that I never check the weather, and so I just never have one on me. So maybe they're just not used to the sun.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Just in case, you know?
Our thorny thin blood, Casey Reardon.
I play Mathias Wilson, and are you thirstin' for a Thurston fact?
You bet. Oh, just me this time. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry,
Jonas is the
I'm
only
still
one
reeling.
thirsting.
Pour it down my gullet.
Coming back.
At the ripe age of 13, Howard Thurston went to the local fairgrounds and horse races. Although he wanted to be a jockey, this aspiration was unrealistic, so he and a friend secured work as stable boys.
Yeah, being a jockey is way lame. You
Wow.
should do stage magic instead.
We're getting there.
And our miserable Malkavian, Sky Swanson.
Not that miserable, because I got a fun fact. Did you know that catfish are called catfish because of their whiskers on their face, similar to that of a cat? These whiskers are called barbels. Catfish use
That's
them to
cute.
sense and taste their surroundings while hunting for prey in often murky waters. Speaking of taste buds, the channel catfish body is covered in taste receptors. By comparison, humans have only about 10,000 taste buds. Channel catfish have over 100,000, and they cover their whole body.
Wow.
I would
Wow.
hate that.
I really don't want to taste everything around me.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
I'm leaning on my desk right now. I don't want to be licking a table.
Oh yeah, Reggie.
Last time on Midnight Gravity.
Oh, last time.
Oh, last time.
last
Boy,
time.
I think it went well.
Our coterie attended the wishes of another primogen, Olga Artemyevna of Clan Lasambra. That almost rhymes. Olga sent them to an auction of occult artifacts being held on the 13th floor of an office building downtown, accompanied by Chaz Dollian, a Kindred pioneer and perfectly innocent investigative journalist. Olga tasked Reggie with using their premonitions to identify an item of interest, which, predictably, led to an oracular seizure, a geyser of regurgitated blood, and one hungry Toreador driven to frenzy. So let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Mars, you were already quite hungry tonight,
I am. Yeah.
and as Reggie projectile vomits blood onto your face,
Yeah.
you got a regrettable one
Oh,
success
God.
I
on
sure
your hunger
did.
frenzy.
Yeah. So what do you want to do about that?
Well,
You can ignore it.
I sure wish I
You
could.
could look at Jonas in the face and just say no.
Let's
It's
just
that
say,
easy.
how about we don't anyway?
They can't bully all of us.
Exactly.
now,
We can take him, guys.
there are a couple key things to know about frenzies. Number one, you may, during a frenzy, spend a point of willpower to wrest control of yourself back from the beast for a turn.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, there we go.
You may do that any time as long as you have willpower. A turn in Vampire is an abstract amount of time. We don't count them in 6-second increments, so that might be enough time to get out of the room or at least call out for help. Additionally, you will seek blood, fresh blood, from the closest source. And fresh blood comes from mortals, of which there are 6 or 7 in the room. So unless someone stops Mars, or she stops herself, Mars is going to leap over the 3 rows of chairs next to you like a wild cat, pounce on the nearest mortal, and bite into their neck.
Hot damn.
I would like to use a point of willpower to prevent that for the moment.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Indeed.
Mars
Yes.
spends a point of willpower. The beast is momentarily quieted. You hear that song in your head is playing this kind of fast-paced war chant, essentially. There's a lot of drums and high hunting horns. And currently being held back. Reggie is lying on the floor, has stopped convulsing, is kind of just passed out for the moment. What does everyone else do?
I believe I just tossed the paddle at Chaz and said, "This is the one."
Yes?
Just to kind of like reset myself. I'm just leaning over Reggie, right?
I envisioned that you were sort of propping them up slightly. So you're kind of kneeling beside them and you have them in your arms.
Gotcha. I just remember the visual of Reggie projectiling blood into my face, and I wasn't sure if that was down up or from the side. So, okay, cool. Side angle, covered in
I
blood.
pictured side, yeah.
Great. Yeah, so I want to try and get Reggie and bring them with me and leave. So I think what you see Mars start to do is she tossed the paddle at you, and she's like, "I'm getting out of here right now," and says that to you, Chaz. Eyes absolutely narrowed and not looking good. Not looking good. And I may not be doing this successfully, but she's trying to get her arm under Reggie while doing this.
How much of a scene has this been for everybody else here?
That's a good question. So
Pretty subdued.
what I will say is that you are at an auction of occult artifacts. The people in it,
Sure.
even the regular mortals in attendance here, are not necessarily totally shocked to see this. But Reggie doing
I just love the idea of a bunch of rich people like, ooh, a show, and just starting to clap.
Yeah.
It really works.
it's more of a controlled terror of like, oh God, the magic is real. Something's that guy. They basically they think Reggie is possessed by a ghost. They think Reggie is doing like an exorcist kind of type deal.
Yeah, okay.
So the room reacts for sure. It's not silence. Everyone kind of like is turning and watching you. The other kindred are, at least there's 3 other kindred here. They will want to help preserve the masquerade if they can, but they are currently keeping their distance. The mortals are kind of like stepping back or getting up out of their chairs and moving to the sides of the room to get away from them.
Like a New York subway, yeah.
Yeah, like the New York subway, exactly.
Like, I still gotta get somewhere, but I don't need to be on that side.
Exactly. And the auctioneer is like leaning forward, trying to control order as murmurs and shouts are starting to happen. He's like, let's maybe take a 5-minute recess and we'll get this settled. So just everyone calm down. Thank you very much. Could you please someone deal with that? And yeah, what Antonio, Chaz, and Mathias, what do you guys do?
Well, I was gonna raise the paddle, so I was gonna try to get the artifact.
Seems like the auction has been momentarily suspended to deal with this issue.
I'm gonna move to get Mars and Reggie out of there.
You're gonna help, okay?
I think Mathias is keeping an eye on the room as a whole to see if anyone in particular at least has their eye on the artifact that we also want.
Okay. Why don't you roll? What are some good dice for this? Some kind of insight check?
Performance, stage magic,
Performance,
charisma.
stage magic.
A little sleight of
That's a good one.
hand,
Is
if
this
you
your
will.
card?
Ooh, they hired a magician. Wow.
Unfortunately, that's close-up magic, not stage magic.
Give me wits insight.
Wits insight. Great.
This auction really has it all.
Magic.
Magic?
real magic.
A homeless person vomiting? Incredible.
That's a bestial failure.
A bestial failure. Okay.
This is just killing up roses for us, huh?
You could say that, said the Toreador.
All right, Mathias. Now, as a thin blood, you are unique in many ways. One of them is that you do have a beast, and other thin bloods
Don't. Yeah,
So as you're looking around and kind of like, you're a paranoid guy in general,
true.
you see at least one kindred here that you definitely don't want to mess with in the form of Maria Palma. And there's all these mortals who are now staring at you guys. You feel the paranoia sort of twist internally. You know for a fact, everyone who just witnessed that trance now knows that that artifact is important.
Oh no.
And everyone wants it.
Shit.
Oh.
You need to make absolutely goddamn sure that you guys walk out of here with it. Because if you don't, you're going to be in some big trouble.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, think on that. Antonio and Mars, you guys
I was gonna
shuffle Reggie out, yes?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I don't know how strong I am in terms of actually getting Reggie up. I picture I was struggling with them.
You're actually, what's funny is you're stronger than Mathias, but Reggie is small.
Oh, good.
Reggie is
okay.
is short and petite and not well fed. So
Okay.
you could get them out of here by yourself. With Antonio's help, it's easy peasy. You're just dealing with this hunger that is about to come back up in your throat at any moment.
Yeah, I think what it more so plays out is like I am lifting Reggie up, Antonio comes over, and I like shove Reggie to Antonio, and I'm just like, take this, and start to move towards the door.
Okay.
Very quickly, catching myself on the walls and chairs as I pass by and break for the exit.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily stumble out of the show floor into the hallway of this office building. You know, you see the elevators. There's like maybe someone walking down with a sheaf of papers late night. I think in this context of a scene, this is about to where you get out of the room and into this hall, and you feel the hunger welling. You know the beast is about to return. Is there a last action or safety measure you want to try and take?
I don't know what to do here, man. No. My last thought, I think, is to find the stairwell, because I think that's away from, I could probably find a person on a different floor. Maybe. That wouldn't be so close to the epicenter of this event.
Okay. Going up or down?
I was thinking up.
Sure, I'll say you can... Actually, let's make a roll. Why don't you roll composure plus stamina?
Okay.
that too nice? Should it be composure resolve? Go ahead. Roll composure stamina.
When you said go ahead, that scared me. Okay. 3 successes and a bestial failure.
On 3 successes, Mars enters the stairwell, stumbles up a flight of stairs. The beast exits on the floor above.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Chaz, Antonio, Mathias. Antonio, you're just holding Reggie. You're getting some blood now on your shirt. The auction attendants have kind of clumped into groups to sort of wait out the recess. When Mars doesn't immediately come back, everyone just kind of looks around and is like, are we good? Or we keep going? Or is there going to be something bad? What do you guys do?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
What did they do with the artifact while we took this brief recess? Is it still on stage?
It's just on stage, yeah.
Okay.
They have it on a little pedestal.
I would like to see if I can chat with the auctioneer while everybody else is in other groups.
Sure, yeah. You go up to the auctioneer. He's kind of standing at the side, like running his hands through his hair. He looks a little frantic. He seems more not put off by what happened, but just like that he has to deal with it. So you go up to this man, older white man, kind of a roundish rectangular face, messy brown hair, and just wide harried eyes. You may have even seen this man around Seattle before. You know him to be an affiliate of certain kindred circles. And he kind of is like just like talking to one of the staff members here, and so he's going to be like, "Hey, hello, sir. You're with the Thompson party, is that right?"
It helps if you take slow breaths and shake it out a little bit.
Sorry, yeah, just like a lot. Wasn't expecting that. Can I help you? Sorry.
Well, I was hoping that I could help you actually in a little bit. You seem to be a bit flustered from all of this.
Yeah, you could say that.
What's on your mind? Is it just the company?
You're Wilson, right?
I think my smile kind of just changes ever so slightly into goes a little bit thinner when he says my name, but I nod. I am.
I seen you around at Elysium. You just know, I mean, I think you and I are in a similar kind of situation. I think you understand. Being in a room with a lot of folks like this kind of just puts me on edge. I prefer to keep to myself. So when the seizures start happening, the blood starts flowing, it's just a little bit, ooh.
Honestly, I take these moments and appreciate them all the more, to be honest with you. It's nice to see them taken down a peg.
You're a funny guy, Mr. Wilson. Okay. How's your friend? Is your friend okay? Are we good to keep going?
They're gonna need a little bit of time to recover, but I look over towards Chaz and just kind of make a face like, are we good? Or do you want more time, basically? I'm going to try and communicate that to you, Chaz.
I give a big smile and wave the paddle. I've also been talking to the mortals next to me, trying to dispel any, like this was a real event. Like, trying to be like, oh my gosh, that was clearly chocolate syrup and food dye. Like, if they were going to put on a show, they could have at least made it good.
Okay. Mathias, why don't you just roll me some nice charisma persuasion?
Yeah.
To settle this man.
Would you say this is Thin Blood Matters? Because I made a Thin Blood thing? If we're in the same situation?
No, he's not actually a Thin Blood, so...
Oh, okay, I thought that's what he meant.
He's a ghoul, so he's just on a low rung of the totem pole.
Gotcha, okay, fair enough.
Chaz, interesting choice. Go ahead and roll manipulation plus subterfuge.
Wow, I have low persuasion.
And I'm going to put this at a pretty high difficulty because they can smell it.
I know that was Mathias's role, but I think that Chaz also I think that she's picking up that this has raised in value, so...
Oh my god. That's a bestial failure for me. See,
My god.
Do you have willpower?
I do,
Yeah.
but I don't necessarily know if calming this person down is going to help us. I just want him to know that I'm trying to calm him down.
What is happening right now?
I see what you mean. I think this is, in my mind, Casey, this is the role for, like, improving his attitude toward you. So I would spend willpower on this if you want a beneficial outcome.
My roleplay isn't enough for you, Jonas.
Your
That's fine.
No, your roleplay was good. I'm setting it at a low difficulty for your roleplay, but you do still need to make the roll.
That's still only a 1.
You can spend more willpower.
God, I only have 2 left.
I only have 1.
Hey, how much does this matter to you? I'll tell you this, Casey. Because of what you said and connecting with him, this is only a difficulty 2. So if you only need 1 more success.
Fine, I'll re-roll. I still get 3, right?
3 more dice, yep.
Swear to God.
There you go.
It's gonna be 5 successes.
4. It's only half a crit.
Oh, you're right. I got 0 on my first roll.
Yep.
Yep.
I got 1.
And Chaz got 1 on her roll. Chaz, would you like to spend willpower to improve that roll?
Yeah, why not?
I need to get better at persuasion.
How many dice do you have in persuasion?
1.
Only 1? Yeah, you gotta be more persuasive.
I'm not a likable guy.
As a magician, wouldn't you be so persuasive?
I'm very good at other things, not persuasion.
We got it.
Ooh,
Hey.
3
Okay.
successes.
It
Okay.
was chocolate syrup the whole time.
So, on 3 successes, I don't think you're able to convince them that it was a chocolate syrup prank, but I think your calming, your like chipper demeanor, and they kind of take it more like you're making a joke to diffuse the situation, and that works, and they kind of settle a little bit.
I will take it.
They don't believe it wasn't blood, but they do kind of calm down slightly. Let's check in with Antonio and Reggie real quick before we go up to Mars. Antonio, you have been shoved a Reggie. What do you do?
How is Reggie responding? Are they still kind of catatonic, or?
I think Reggie is... Well, you let me know.
Well, I was going to say that they're like kind of lolling about and maybe mumbling under their breath, but not responsive.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up. Reggie. Focus.
I don't think Reggie can respond right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Tony, what the fuck is going on? You hear the voice of Imelda Wu behind you.
Sorry, Imelda. My friend here has a seizure disorder. Let me take care of this.
A seizure disorder where they puke blood? What the fuck? What are you even doing out of your fucking cave anyway?
Why are you at an occult auction?
I was told to be.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good answer. Well, then...
I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I was sent here. I got a checkbook and a note card.
Understandable.
You want to know what's up? Talk to Carmine.
I will do. I, for one, am just interested in the items that may be procured here tonight. Is it really out of character for me?
Is this like a big kink thing? Like
It's not a kink thing.
everyone like dresses up like freaks and they puke blood on each other and no? Okay, well that's good
No.
at least.
Just say yes. It's an easy explanation. It's an easy out.
Just these circles tend to invite some interesting characters.
Are you an interesting character?
I'm a mortician who doesn't leave the house.
Yeah, pretty boring.
Yeah, understandable. Just don't worry about it. It's dealt with.
All right. Good to see you, I guess.
Likewise.
Mars.
Is the auction starting soon?
Oh.
Surprise! Some more stuff.
Sorry. It's the long pauses on this show. They
He's a
always
part
get
of the
us.
he's part of the Brother.
Brought the clan.
The auction's starting, so you look over, you see like Mathias is talking to the auctioneer. Seems like they're gonna get back into it in a moment, yeah.
Are you looking for something specific tonight?
She reaches into her, she's wearing like just like a white button down shirt and pants. She reaches into her breast pocket, pulls out a note card. A metal, a knife with a black hooked handle and inscription on the blade.
Oh,
Tucks it away.
very nice.
Yeah, I don't know why Carmine wants it, but
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll try to see if I can kind of stop additional bids from yours if you help with ours.
Ooh.
Some smaller bids for their item,
got it.
just to kind of get it back and forth going. So
Got it. So that other people get scared off.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. What's yours? You want that? You want the smoke thing?
It's interesting.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. Fuck it. Deal.
It's good to see you, Imelda.
Yeah.
I'll be in a second. Go join the party.
Mars,
Hi.
you stumble out of the stairwell.
Sure did.
You see, you kind of end up in like a little, the lobby area with the elevators, and there are two younger folks standing 20 feet ahead of you in front of the floor-to-ceiling windows, giggling and kind of twiddling with each other's hair, holding hands. Young man, young woman, late 20s, early 30s, wearing professional clothes, each of them, black suit, and they turn as the door swings open, laughter echoing off the wall. The younger man goes, "Whoa, what the fuck happened to you, Carrie?"
I'm already running at them.
Who gets tackled first?
The guy.
You leap onto this man, tackle him to the ground, and plant your fangs in his neck. His partner starts screaming, wailing, trying to pull you off. Get off of him! What the fuck are you doing? Get off of him! Get off of him!
I'm just absolutely drinking down the warm, delicious flavor coming from him.
It is delicious, isn't it?
It's so good.
It is the best thing you have ever tasted. Even in your mortal life, it is better than any food, any alcohol, any sweet. It is better than the satisfaction of a job well done, the roar of an audience at your show. It is better than sex. It is better than anything you could imagine.
Anything.
Now, a hunger frenzy ends when the vampire reaches hunger 1.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you at right now?
I'm at 4.
So you will have to take 3 hunger from this man, unless you would like to spend another willpower to stop yourself and perhaps finish off on his partner. Otherwise, you will risk ending his life.
I think I want to.
Oh,
I think
no.
hearing her yell behind me, I want to taste her blood as well. So I will use the last of my willpower
Okay.
to not kill this man and instead enjoy his partner.
You slake 2 hunger off the man, rise, turn, she skitters backward, trips on nothing, and you, momentarily in full control, smiling through the blood coating your face, just kneel down in front of her, wrap a hand around the back of her neck, plant your fangs into hers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like other victims of the kiss, she is momentarily shocked by how good it feels to be fed on. The lightheadedness, the airy quality, the addictive nature of the vampire's bite. But then she keeps screaming as soon as you pull away. You may reduce your hunger to 1,
Yes.
and your frenzy comes to an end. You have a man who is bleeding out on the floor, and the woman who is struggling to get up kind of plants her hand on the side, like, "What the fuck did you fucking do to me?" Starts trying to stumble away to get help.
Before she pulls away, I want to lick the wound close. Am I able to do that?
You can do that during the feeding, yeah.
Yeah, I do that, and as she tries to pull away, I look her in the eyes and I say, "Forget this." And I'd like to use cloud memory on her.
Nice.
Okay.
Damn.
It's just such a shame that you had to spend that last point of willpower, because you are now impaired,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
which is a 2-die penalty to all social and mental pools.
Yes.
And when you are impaired,
Mm-hmm.
you get an additional 2-die penalty.
Oh my
I sure
god.
do.
4 dice?
As the song raging in your head completely overtakes your senses, and you can think of nothing else except to hum along. So what is your pool of charisma plus dominate?
In total, 6.
So you're going to be rolling
So
2.
you're gonna roll 2 dice
Mhm.
and pray.
I will. 1 success. Oh no. Why do you look upset?
I'm not even, like, I want to make it hurt when you guys fuck up. I gave her a very average dice pool of 4. She rolled nothing.
Oh my god.
Holy moly.
This is...
That was my expression shifting as each die came up blank in my dice tray. Okay. Miraculously, she is forced to forget this encounter. And she kind of enters a hazy space where 3 minutes ago, she doesn't remember that you did all this, but she comes back into consciousness, seeing you covered in blood and her boyfriend on the floor covered in blood, and probably just is going to start screaming again unless you do something about it.
Sure. Before that, I was going to say, I don't have willpower left, but I do have, I guess, just a sheer amount of luck. And Mars in this moment is, again, dominating and, making her forget, but her eyes are pleading. So when she comes to and sees this whole thing, the pleading hasn't lost her vision. And she's looking at you like, are you okay?
I don't know what's going on. You're like covered in blood.
Yeah, you're also covered in blood.
What happened? Was there like, what happened to Jerry? What's the fuck is going on?
I mean, look, whatever it is, it's gone now. We're gonna get him taken care of. And I'm like, you just stay here, and then I'll go over to the other guy. He still has the thing in his.
He is bleeding. Yes.
Yeah, I am going to go over and. I'm gonna say let me just check this out and lick his wound closed.
Okay, sure.
So he's
Just checking to see if he's breathing.
Oh, she licked him. He's fine.
Yeah, and then come back around, put my hand on his neck, look for the pulse, and be like, okay, his heart is still beating. Okay, let's get you guys out of here.
Okay, you're going to leave with them, or what's your plan here? We are past the danger, so.
Past the danger, yeah. I mean, we're all just covered in blood, yeah.
Yeah. Most of it's not theirs. It's mostly Reggie's, actually, but.
Yeah. I really don't know what to do here. I think we'll take the stairs and casually pass back by the auction.
Hey, guys. Everything's cool.
I don't really know.
I don't think you want them at the auction.
I don't know if I want them at the auction, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know.
She has a recognizable face and has recently been on the news.
Yeah, no. That's the other part of it, is that I don't want any... I'm like, how do you scrape gum off your shoe in the most effective way possible?
A knife.
A knife. Yeah, I'll kill them right here, right now. No, I'm kidding.
I mean...
The time has passed.
I hate to say.
Or just let the police take care of it.
I think... I'm afraid with the penalties I still have.
Well, you're going to have those regardless, aren't you?
I think... Okay. No, I know what happens. She checks over him. It's not panic. She's like... I just hope this works.
She says, okay.
Because
okay.
she is about to use Mesmerize for the first time.
She turns
and
back to this
all
girl,
she's thinking
and
about
in
is
a moment
where she's
of
seen this done before
just
and how maybe she can do it too.
It's not.
And she looks the girl in the eyes, feels her vitae move through her, and says, go downstairs, wait with him, call an ambulance, and go get yourselves checked out. And in that, can I also weave in a cloud memory on her?
Yeah, as part of this endeavor, she's sort of panicked and you seem calmer, so she's trusting you. Mesmerize, the second level dominate power, allows you to give more complex extended commands. So she is no longer a resisting victim. So actually, I don't think you would have to roll in this instance.
Okay.
Because you've clarified that part for her. Mesmerize does require a rouse check, so please make that.
Sure.
Don't get too hungry.
Which I succeed.
Well, all right. Yeah, you're look, you're full. You're doing great.
I feel so much better than I did like 10 minutes ago.
Physically, mentally, you're drained.
Mentally drained. Physically, all right. Yeah, so and then and forget it was me who you saw here tonight.
Good call.
And the woman picks up Jerry and takes him into the elevator, and they do as they are told.
Wonderful.
Everyone else. Now all of that took 3 minutes. So the auction is just starting up again when Mars returns.
I probably go clean myself up first, actually.
You do the best you can, yeah.
Yeah, as best as I can, but you can add another 5 minutes onto that trip.
The auctioneer reads again and goes, okay, thank you everyone for your patience. Back to the item at hand. This, smoke thing. Let's start the bidding at, 50,000.
50,000.
50,000 from the nice lady in the newsy cap. Hey, I like your style.
I tip my cap.
Do I hear 70,000? And Imelda looks at you, Antonio, and holds up her paddle. And he goes, 70. All right, 70. Do I hear 90?
90.
90. All right.
I don't know that they made that deal. Or did I overhear that or no?
That was
No,
outside, technically.
Yeah, that was out the door. That's true.
Oh, great. So we're just betting against ourselves. Cool. 90.
Amazing. I'm not going to make us sit here and play out a whole auction bidding war. So why don't instead you roll? This should really be a finance roll, but I don't think anybody in the coterie has finance.
I do. I have 1 in finance.
I think
You
I
have
might
one?
have one.
Oh, amazing.
I do have one.
I have no monies.
Chaz has the paddle, but you guys can kind of nudge if you want. You can whisper and communicate. So whoever has the best pool of composure plus finance, go ahead and roll
Not
that.
me.
I have 3, so I don't know.
I also
about
have
you.
3 composure.
Great. So one of you two roll your 3 dice.
Oh, no, I have 2 composure. It would be 3 dice because I have 1 finance.
Oh, okay. So I'll do it then.
You would have 4 total.
Yeah.
Got it. So Antonio, roll. You may blood surge if you wish for a rouse check and 2 extra dice.
Ooh, I don't know about that, but I'm definitely going to willpower.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if you blood surge, you'll have 3 dice you can willpower.
Oh, yeah,
as
true.
opposed to only 2.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
You'll also be hungrier, but
Maybe.
Why are we rolling so garbage today?
the dice know.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Antonio rises to 3 hunger. You see all that blood on the floor, Antonio. You just hear that voice in the back of your head growling. Feed. Feed. Lick it up. Feed. Feed.
It's not even the right kind of blood.
You quash it.
Not now.
I now love that.
So I get, 2 more?
And then you can spend willpower to reroll up to 3 if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be 3 success.
3 successes. This is a desired artifact, and although Mathias was perhaps thinking more from paranoia than really getting a read on the room, many of the people in the room do desire it. On 3 successes, the bidding war, assisted by Imelda's interference, is going to take you up to $450,000 out of the $800 you have in Olga's account,
Okay.
leaving you with $350 should you wish to pick up any other items. However, you are victorious, and the dome of smoke is assigned to the Thompson party. It is at the end of this portion of the auction when Mars returns, having cleaned her face and her shirt as best as possible, still slightly smelling of blood, but did what she could.
Mathias is he was established as sitting on kind of the far end, probably close to the door. So I think he would get up and make his way over to Mars.
Mhm.
Just stand by the door before, not interrupting kind of what's going on next. And he's just gonna kind of sidle up to you, Mars, and say, "You good?"
I am now. Thank you. But did we got it?
We did. We still got a bit left, but if you're not feeling it, we can make our exit. I know
Oh.
Reggie still needs a little bit of time to recover.
No. I'm fine now. Thanks.
Okay.
And she just like licks her lips a little bit, getting maybe if there was any flavor left on her lips, and smiles.
And
Reggie,
Yeah.
as Mars and Mathias return to take their seats with you, your nose is suddenly filled with this bright, sharp, tangy, sweet, coppery scent, and it instantly snaps you awake like smelling salts. And you can smell that Mars is just covered in this odor. She takes a seat next to you.
Do I recognize that odor?
I think Reggie's a little out of it right now. If you
Yeah.
want to perhaps make a roll, you can see if you place it instantly. You will be at a 1 die penalty for your addiction flaw.
Yeah. Okay, then. Sounds good to me. What am I rolling?
This will be intelligence awareness.
Okay, then. Or, as we say on this side of the pond, awareness.
Awareness
intelligence.
intelligence.
Before I roll that, Mars, you sit down next to Reggie, and Reggie's head kind of rolls to the side, almost at like an impossible angle, and you just hear them mutter out under their breath, "I see you thee by name Marie. Of those that be, there are 3. And then let's see how this goes. You said -1?
Intelligence awareness -1.
Okay, then. All right, great.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, baby.
It's 2 with a bestial.
2 successes and a bestial. I think, yeah, Reggie, you're going to continue your Malkavian clan compulsion, that basically the vision has ended, but the scattered fragments of reality that you just awoke from are still swirling around your head, and they will not leave you for a while longer yet.
Yeah. I think from Reggie's point of view, there are just almost ethereal looking feathers raining down
Yeah.
all over the room, and are just slowly piling up over everything, masking objects, hiding items, just, like a blanket of snow.
Specifically, for the rest of the scene, you will get a 2 die penalty to dexterity, manipulation, composure, wits, and terror frenzy rolls from your Malkavian compulsion of delusion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you are awake. You are conscious.
Cool.
Mars.
I think when Reggie says that to her, I feel the need to roll composure.
Okay.
I don't know what necessarily, if there's an additional to that.
Composure resolve, perhaps?
That's a good one. She hears these words and it lands on her. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, Lord, oh, Lord.
You're still impaired, so
Correct?
Yeah.
you
I know.
have -4 dice on a pool of 4 dice.
Okay.
Luckily, there's a minimum of 1 die pool in this game, so roll 1 die.
Okay. It's a success.
Well,
1 success.
One success.
Incredible.
I mean, you read that however you want.
Okay.
1 success, given that you cannot roll more successes than that right now, I feel like you're holding it together as best you can.
Yeah. I was curious to see if it would be worse, but with that, I think her face shifts, her eyes widen at that, but her face kind of settles and she looks back to the front of the stage and just, I think in a normal circumstance, she might, be looking after Reggie, but in this moment, she's a little withdrawn.
Antonio, Chaz, any comments to Mars or Reggie before we move on?
I think Antonio will lean over to Mars and just whisper in her ear.
We did what we had to do. If you need to take a couple of minutes, just go.
Nope, I'm good. All good.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
I'm trusting you.
And then he'll get back into sitting position.
I think Chaz just actually gives them like a pretty big smile, like good job, like a big pat on the back for like, no, you guys actually handled that pretty well.
All things considered.
I'm impressed.
The auction continues. The next item brought up is, in fact, the ritual dagger, the Athame, I think is how I pronounced it. With the hooked hilt and the inscriptions on the blade. Antonio, you guys, as Imelda did for you, help her start the bidding. And she secures that for a cool $80,000.
Like good.
And then the auctioneer announces a large leather-bound grimoire, a tome of occult and alchemical ritual rite, may be of interest to any number of homebrewers
Me.
in Seattle's occult scene.
Me.
But before he can say the words, "Let's start the bidding,"
Oh no.
the doors crash open again, and in walks a square-jawed man in his late 20s, sides of his head shaved, geometric tattoos on his neck, flanked by 4 other thugs with pistols very clearly visible at their sides. He strides to the front of the room in front of the stage, holds up a gun, points at the ceiling, this massive, obviously compensating for something, oversized hand cannon, and says, "All right, everyone, thanks for coming. Show's over. This is mine." And so closes another chapter of Midnight Gravity.
Oh, man.
He thinks he's getting that. That's cute.
Oh boy. We just thought we were out of this shit.
That's
and
cute.
we're into the
It.
toilet bowl again.
Thought this would be easy. It's not.
Who said this would be easy? Who
I
said
just
that?
thought we were having
Who
a
am
fun
I
night.
fighting?
It's
anyway.
just an auction.
Yeah, we just wanted to
We were
get a
given
cool
money
book.
to spend.
This is
Get a
a
cool
really nice
jar with a
shopping
It was
fart.
probably
I mean-
the easiest job we've ever been given.
Admittedly.
It should have been anyway.
Thank you all for playing and listening. Before tonight's plugs, Casey, we have a special announcement.
Yes, so we are so excited to announce, guys, that we are actually going to be making this podcast into an LLC.
Woo!
But we're going to need a little bit of help to do so, which is why we decided to launch a GoFundMe to raise a little bit of money for our legal fees for everything. In addition to that, for those of you who donate to the GoFundMe, which will be linked in the description and all over our social medias, if you donate at least $25 or more, unanonymously, so we get your email, we are going to send you via email a 10% off coupon for our merch store. Another big announcement, we are going to be launching a merch store alongside this as well. So if you want to get that 10% off merch, we have t-shirts, we have hats, we have sweatshirts, whole bunch of different stuff already planned out for this. Then you're going to have to go to our GoFundMe and donate at least $25. Thank you so much, guys. This is something that we've been wanting to do for a very long time, and now we feel like we're finally ready to actually get this going.
We're going to wear suits to every episode.
Real professionals, baby.
You won't see them, but you'll have to take our word for it.
Meghan, as our special guest, right of first plug goes to you.
Oh, I'm so honored. You can check me out on Instagram at Hello Meghan Martin with an H. The Meghan has an H. The hello also has an
Hello,
H.
Meghan. Meghan Martin. Meghan Martin.
Or Martin.
Rachel.
Martine.
You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Majora's Rose, or follow me on Instagram and other places, Threads, and I don't know, Facebook. I'm on there too, at Rachel Kordell. I don't know, I'm all over the place. Are you keeping up with tonight's song? Follow our playlist on our YouTube channel or my Spotify to catch each new song as it updates week to week. Have you listened to them back to back yet? Maybe you should check that out. Thanks.
Linktree, Tintenseher, working on stuff that is hopefully out by now. Thank you very much. Casey!
You can check out my social medias at Casey Reardon, including I now have TikTok. Look at that.
Woo!
It only took me like 7 years.
TikTok,
My
make it pop.
God.
DJ, show me Casey's videos.
God.
Yeah,
My head was somewhere very
as I'm
different.
saying this, I'm just hoping that I will have by the time
This episode is going up in
airs.
like February, so.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Oh.
I
it's
didn't
because we
even think
got
about that.
jingle balls.
Happy February, everybody.
Happy February, everyone.
I can't believe there's a couple more weeks of winter.
I miss Christmas already.
I did it. I'm Puxatawny Phil now. I'm gonna predict
Antonio
winter.
saw his
All right,
shadow.
Andrew's plugging Groundhog Day. Sky?
The movie or the concept?
Yes.
Sky?
And much like Groundhog Day, where a groundhog is inside of a little burrow and then it comes out to see if it sees its own shadow, we oftentimes are a little nervous to go check and see if we have any new reviews. So why don't you make us happy this winter and make sure that there aren't 6 more weeks of winter by leaving a review, which is sort of like our own shadow. It's always there.
Sky, I thought you were going to say, like, much like Groundhog Day, I'm going to repeat myself as I've done for every plug and say, leave a review.
No. You're going to get far weirder with it than that.
Much
No,
more
I loved it. I
existential.
loved it.
I like it. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And much like the time of day when they do the groundhog reading, good morning.
Good night.
Good morning.
Why would
That
they do it
doesn't
at
make any
night?
sense.
That doesn't
It's
make
good
any
morning.
sense. It's good
Good
night.
night.
Do it in the
That's weird.
morning.
Well, maybe it's like Australia, you know?
No, it's America. Good morning.
It's good night somewhere.
No, it's not. It's always good morning. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Want all that audio in there.
Good night.